there's a lot of programs out there to help people, but people don't have access to them. It's either just because of a lack of information, they haven't done a good job of really promoting the project, the programs, or it's a language barrier. So for me, I saw a lot of that inequity, I guess, that there are services, that the services that are available are not really being accessed by people. So what I wanted to do is find ways that with my career and my life that I could help people in this broader way of creating policies. So my favorite part is the community aspect of it, that I get to do the environmental piece with that community, having it be community centered. And for me, that's my favorite part because you're talking to community residents. You're not just doing the whole lawyer thing just to do the lawyer thing. You're doing it with a purpose. You're doing it to solve somebody's problem. And then you're bringing along and developing that advocacy skill and that leadership skill in your community residents and your clients. So seeing them grow is one of my favorite parts. My main focus is environmental justice, and I told you my majors were Spanish literature and classical civilizations. So learning Latin and Greek is not going to help you understand water contamination at all. So I wish I had known that this is sort of where I was going to end up, and then I would have taken some sort of environmental or biology or water resources, city planning. There are so many things that could have helped. In law school, I did a lot of the clinics that they offered. And so clinics are, instead of taking a class, it's like a different class where it's not like a lecture. It's more that you're practicing. And so I was representing people in criminal misdemeanor cases, and I was being a mediator for the court, and I was working in an immigration place. So that helps you a lot more. But really it's on the job. So it's just recognizing and being humble that, yeah, we could have all the degrees and doctorates and everything, but at the end of the day, nothing's going to be actual on the ground experience. Yeah, so I'm a lawyer, and I think people from TV shows just think that we're in court all the time. Not the majority of lawyers are not in court every day, not even every week. There's like a small subset that are in court often. Those are more, they specialize in that. They're trial lawyers. The majority of the time, you're reviewing a lot of documents, you're working with clients, you're trying to solve the problem without going to court because it's just so expensive to go to court, and it takes such a long time to go to court. So I did do a little bit of immigration. I think I did I worked with an immigration attorney when I was in law school. And it was fine. I really liked helping the individual person, but to me, and there's different people, there's like great attorneys who you want them to be on your case, right? But for me, I didn't want to help one person at a time. I wanted to help a group of people, a city, a county, make changes, make a bigger impact. So for me, that was my wish, and which is why I didn't go into criminal law or immigration law or any of that. So having that interdisciplinary training lets you think a little bit more outside the box and try to bring ideas from others, right? So it could be something like how campaigns are formed and how movements are formed. You might not be leading a full-blown movement, but some information that you learned from that, and some of the big movements from the civil rights movement and women's suffrage and the LGBTQ+ movement right now, all of that can be translated to some of the other issues that we're seeing, because to tackle the environmental issues that we're seeing, you have to be creative. There's like environmental lawyers, and they're concerned with ensuring that the environment is taken care of, right? So they're concerned with like the water being clean, the air being clean, not killing off different species of animals. Environmental justice is all of that with the human spin to it. So it's clean water so that these communities can have clean water and are able to drink, so that the air isn't so contaminated that the majority of children will develop asthma in their lifetime. So it has that human angle. So for the environmental justice piece, it's really about understanding the community and kind of getting a sense of what they need. I think when I started here, it was very much like, go figure it out. And there was no real, there wasn't a deep understanding of the field. At least definitely not on my part. So I think it would have been great to have these discussions, and at least be primed for it before you enter the career. It would have been, you would have saved me some hours and a lot of mistakes that I made, I think, in working with people and trying to find a creative way to communicate things and to explain things and solutions and things like that. So just thinking through a different lens, I think would have been helpful. I mean, definitely if you can work or volunteer or intern at a law firm, even like as a legal secretary or something, to get a sense of what it's like. So I think it'd be good for students who are considering it to talk to other people. I think most lawyers and attorneys are happy to talk to anybody, and making sure it's something you want to do. Because like I said, one way or another, it is a challenging career, but finding balance. And I think you learn how to find balance. That's something every individual has to learn to find balance, because it is a stressful job at times.